Hi guys, we had a couple of requests from our MCAT students to do what we do in class and on the podcast quickly on TikTok. So if it helps, why not? Okay. So for MCAT Psych, I like to talk about something that's easy to remember because people naturally do it. So the question you have to ask yourself is, are you judgmental? Okay. So what do I mean by that? So you're sitting in a restaurant and you see someone tip $1. So what do you think you're likely to say? At least if I were sitting there, the natural reflex would be something like, oh my God, they're cheap, right? But there could be a lot of things going on. For example, it could be the situation or the context. Maybe they forgot their wallet. Maybe they paid most of the tip by credit card, right? Maybe the service is really crappy. You just don't know, right? So there could be a situational reason, right? The tendency people have is to attribute what's going on to the person, like what they're like, what their personality is like. So if you want to layer this with psych terms, instead of looking at it situationally, you're looking at it dispositionally. So you're attributing their actions to their disposition or their personality, okay? So disposition is a nice psych term basically in this context for personality, okay? So it's a dispositional attribution instead of a contextual or situational attribution, okay? All right, so we call this the fundamental attribution error because it's so fundamental, people make it all the time. When you see something go down, you think it's because of who they are, not because of what's going on, okay? So another quick example, imagine you see someone like walking across the floor and then they slip and take a spill, right? You could be like, oh my God, the floor is wet. They need to monitor this place better. But most people won't do that. When you see someone walk across the floor and fall on their butt, you're likely to say, oh my God, they're so clumsy, right? So easy to remember because it's what we naturally do. We just want to tag a couple terms to it, okay? So the attribution you're making, the fundamental mistake, the fundamental error is instead of taking context or situation into account, you attribute things, right, to who they are. Or if you want to be more technical, to their personality or their disposition. So that dispositional attribution is called the fundamental attribution error, okay? All right, so if you like this sort of stuff, let us know and we'll put out some more.